Well, let me THOD man, baby. Episode 5. We're still here. We're still spitting. We don't give a fuck and we don't plan on quitting. Well, let me TH, baby. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna get real to it. Real fucking quick. So, let me break this down for y'all. I had a couple of videos that I was going to do, but I had to kind of rearrange my rotation. I had to take one that I'd already done and basically break it apart and separate it. Now I had to do 2 different parts. Basically because shit has been happening awful quickly. Little too quick for my liking. The news cycle is definitely, it's going hard. It's moving at lightning speed. We have no budget, and it's just me. So, we're going to be making improvements. I'm working on a new video layout system. I'm trying to perfect it before I start putting it into practice. So, if you haven't seen it yet, don't be upset. It's coming. So, it's kind of a learn on the job type of thing right now for me. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that supported the channel with likes and comments and shares. You have no idea how much that helps us out. You know, it gets us seen, you know, and gets us out there, which is very appreciated. I appreciate all your help. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, on that note, things have been moving quick. So at the end of this video, it's going to segue into episode 6, where I can really break down the WEF and their beginning, what they're all about, what they pretend to be about, and then what they're actually doing, because what they're saying and what they're doing, they don't match. Yeah, it's like a square peg in a round hole, improper socket. It just doesn't fit, you know? So let's just get into it real quick, kids. But first, little hit of the greeneries. Ah, good shit. Little keefage. All right, guys. So I don't know if you saw earlier in the week, New York City put out a public service announcement about their citizens potentially getting nuked. I know, right? What the fuck? Basically told you to stay in your building, get to the center of your building, stay inside. That was basically everything they said. Take off all your clothes if you got outside, throw them in a bag if you got radioactive material on them. What fucking planet are we on? We went from everything is good and everything is safe under the previous administration to, hold on, guys, most populated city in the planet might get nuked. Anyone else find this odd? In the way they nonchalantly just dropped this public service announcement. Like, this ain't like a Tide commercial. You can't just throw that in the middle of there and expect people to not pick up on that. But maybe they're doing that like that so you wouldn't pick up on it. They're going to desensitize you from it so that, oh, look, that's a big red light. Oh, nuked. It's crazy. So why are they even bringing this up? Maybe there's some reasons why. The whole skirmish in Ukraine, where we're fighting a proxy war that we shouldn't even be in. We are not the world police. We cannot carry on or carry the water for Mr. Zelensky in the most corrupt country on the planet. You guys realize they were voted the most corrupt country on Earth, surpassing China. But we're going to keep sending them hand over fist money and weapons and wonder why we're all of a sudden worried about nukes. I'm thinking somebody's fucking up somewhere to where we gotta watch the sky for those. It ain't us, it ain't me, it ain't you, it's somebody else. So, later on in the week, we had some interesting information came out that the Hunter Biden cell phone account that he had on Apple, the iOS system, his cloud server was hacked. 460 gigs of information roughly have been pulled out of there. There's some pretty gnarly shit on that device. anywhere from corruption to illegal sexual activity to just, yeah, worst fucking dump imaginable. And that's not even the worst. Like, I'm gonna be honest, there was some worse shit that came out last year, year and a half ago prior to the election, that was pretty damn damning, and nobody covered it. It got swept under the rug and buried as far under the earth that you could possibly bury something. Probably to where it touched the magma. So they wanted to keep that down there forever. And I can understand why. Some of the shit that's popped out, you got Hunter weighing 21 grams of crack, or a little less than 21 grams of crack. Now, anybody that's ever had any type of friends that didn't really fly straight, or if they've had issues with the law themselves, or even if you listen to Joe Biden himself give the speech on Capitol Hill that, you see this quarter? If you have a piece of crack bigger than this quarter, you're going to do at least 5 years in the penitentiary. Well, that's 20 grams, bruh. 5 times 4 is 20 grams, bruh. Where's Hunter's 20-year sentence? Where's the indictment just for that alone? Nothing. It's so crazy. That man literally pushed the drug law back in the mid-90s that locked up countless millions of Americans on bullshit charges because of something he pushed. His son is total violation in the law on video. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. The news ain't covering it. They just ain't gonna talk about it. And apparently, so far as of right now, the FBI and the SS has not looked at potential charges or an indictment for this dude. Nothing. Like, I mean, if I do this dumb shit and I post that on my Facebook, I'm gonna have these dudes at my door. That's a guarantee. I ain't even worried about it. That's a guarantee they're gonna show up talking about, whoa, what a crack. And then, he had some pretty nasty shit on there when he's got, pictures of M&Ms, all the way down his dick, trying to, establish how big it is or whatever. The countless nude photos of questionable women on there that their age definitely makes you scratch your head like, y'all small people? Because you look young as... I don't get it. Don't get it. Not even... Still, nothing from that. And then there's pictures of him with pretty much... I would call them prostitutes. I'm trying to think of a maybe street worker, escort, prostitute, whatever adjective you want to describe these people. He's with them on trains and whatnot. So you're transporting women across state lines for illicit purposes. That's a violation of the Mann Act. That's a federal charge. When charges. It's crazy. Any of us regular ass people that do that, we're going to fucking jail. You skip go, no $200, your ass is in the slammer. He's got multiple infractions, and then questionable ones that should be investigated. I'm alleging these things out the side of my neck or talking out of my ass. I don't have any proof other than the videos that are coming out on his phone, and the videos from his phone, and the texts from his phone. They're not mine. I didn't write this shit. Fuck that. Nope. Sorry. And then, to add the little ice cream cherry on the top, the whole schmear, we got a little sundae going here. The CEFC emails are damning. Straight up treason. Selling out the office of his father for money. Literally working with a Chinese foreign energy company. People getting paid off, the breakdowns of how much, certain deals, other deals with other shell companies. It's all detailed in there. Like, these guys are stupid. They didn't hide nothing. But yet, here we are. No questions, no charges. Joe hasn't even got a question asked to him by anyone in the media. 0 people. Wait, I gotta do this because people are gonna say that's a racist. 0 people have mentioned that, anything about the iPhone cloud hack. 0. No questions. Not even a hint to there could be something. Nothing. Never mind, the laptop was already deemed Russian disinformation, even though it wasn't. The news is corrupt, folks. As fuck. Since 2012, with the Smith Modernization Act, the news can legally basically be propaganda. Literally, they can just make up shit to tell you and say and load it off as the truth, and it be completely horseshit. Go look it up. 2012 Smith Modernization Act. It could be 2012, 2014. I might want to check that, but it's in that time frame that BHO and Joe pushed that through. It's so Joe, there he is. Oh, excellent timing, Joe. So you're in the middle of the Smith Modernization Act, which basically allows the news media to be a propaganda arm of the government while you're in office, and then later on in office, it seems to benefit you. That just seems strange. I don't know. Maybe scratch your head a little bit on that one. Now, what I'm about to talk about next is going to end up alluding into a few other episodes, but I'm going to touch on this here because there's no way I can just overlook this. In Sri Lanka, a few days ago, I don't know if anyone's paying attention to this either. The news may have touched a little ding, a little teardrop on that, but they ain't going to go into detail. So apparently in Sri Lanka, who hasn't had any fuel imports, medicine, food on that island for over a month, the leader of that country had to get on a Navy warship and sail away. Millions of people, demonstrators and protesters, stormed the Capitol building, or the presidential palace, so to speak, where he lived, ran through it, jumping in his pool, going through his shit, eating all his food. He was living lavishly, and they were starving, all of them. They did that to the prime minister's house, and both of them resigned. There's a major reason why this happened, though. It wasn't just, all of a sudden these people are mad. No. This was an actual thriving country not all that long ago. But something happened to them. Something very fucking specific. Not a little bit off a subject. Not it could be tied. No. Something very, very specific that you'll notice later on. Not in this particular video. In the next video, you're going to see a severe pattern. And we're next on the block. So they have adopted the policies of the World Economic Forum. Which basically, it's economic social governance. You need to learn that phrase. Economic social governance. It's a pretty way of saying communism. It's a pretty way of saying it. So they want businesses that are going to invest money in a country to have high ESG scores. Sri Lanka, even though it's burning and the people are starving with famine and the president had to run away because he's about to get fucking lynched in downtown town center, their score is almost perfect according to the World Economic Forum. It's a 98.6. That's fucking awesome. So that's a high score for the World Economic Forum and their great reset of economic social governance. Garbage. In totally unrelated news, in Zhengzhou, China, banks froze all assets to customers, locking them out of their money. That's not odd. Why is a bank, the Chinese National Bank, which is basically the one bank of China, I guess, so to speak, because, communism and whatnot, the one bank of China literally shut people out of their money. So communism stopped people from getting their money just because. Also this week, the Uvalde videos were released, and some of them are straight sickening. I don't know about you. I doubt you've seen them. You may want to research them. Go look. Don't do fucking Google search, please. Go get a Seeker or a Brave and just research these and those search engines so they're not like hidden. You can actually see the information. The cops were in that building awful quick, and they were geared out. They had shields, they had long guns, they had shotguns. They were geared out. Bulletproof vests. They just sat in there. Kids are screaming in the other room. Problem is, somebody up top failed to give the order to actually take this guy down. A sharpshooter had pretty much had a good shot. Couldn't take it. No answer back. These guys didn't get an answer of whether they were supposed to proceed forward or whatnot. But in a few things in the video made me go, you guys don't feel danger imminent? One guy whips out his phone and just starts playing on his phone. Kids are getting shot down the fucking hallway, bro. Another dipshit cop, I'm sorry, this motherfucker's a dipshit, walks up to the hand sanitizer dispenser. My hands, bro. What? Why aren't they doing anything? Why? There's be no way, if I'm any one of those guys, that I'm not charging down the hallway and trying to put bullets on this dude. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be sitting there shooting kids, dude. I'm right over here, and I'm just supposed to sit here? How do them guys sleep at night? How do you live with yourselves with the screaming of those kids and the teachers? Nothing? So, what was funny about the videos getting released is yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't have the exact date. Sorry, I had to do a lot with these. There's a lot of information, and yeah, I'm not perfect yet. So the mayor, I believe it was yesterday, lashed out at a meeting about the video's release, and that it should have been a more controlled release, and the video should have been edited before it was released, and he was really like butthurt about the whole deal. Are we seeing your up? Is that kind of why you're angry and angst? Well, you couldn't edit this to make it look a little bit better for the public, is pretty much what he's saying. Because a lot of these people that were involved in this have been canned, let go. This stuff stinks, reeks. Nothing you can give me for a reason of why you couldn't communicate better to get this guy taken down before 20 people get smoked is mind-boggling. You couldn't give me a good enough reason. I'm not going to believe you anyway, but you can't even give me a reason. Crazy. That whole shit stinks. Now they want to just demolish the school like they did with Sandy Hook, and just no questions, everybody just disappear and fade into the nothingness. No real investigation. Nada. It's fucking unbelievable. Damn. But we're going to switch gears a little bit. Because this pattern that has been very noticeable and is so more apparent now with the drop of that iCloud server material. I mean, I already knew anyway. I didn't really need any more convincing. I was already pretty much there. This didn't help. Gas stuff sucks, right? We're in the middle of an energy crisis. 18 months ago, we were in super surplus. Now we're in an energy crisis. The Biden administration sold 1 million barrels of our strategic petroleum reserves to a CCP oil company that his son Hunter happens to have ties to during an energy crisis. Which, if you ask me, with the policies he enacted immediately upon taking office and his deliberate attack on oil and gas, he created it. There wasn't one when he took the job. There just wasn't. We were in a massive excess. We were exporting. He takes over. We got nothing. And now we're buying from terrorists. Yay! This is better. Biden has sold a total of 27 million barrels of oil just in June alone. Just in the last 30 days. And that's including the 1 million to the Chinese government through CEFC, which is I might as well just call it the Chinese Communist Party, because just because it has a label on it that it's something, it's company business over there. So he gave 1 million to China, who didn't need it, ironically, because they're buying oil from Russia at dirt money. Okay? At the current rate, our U.S. strategic petroleum reserves will be completely empty in 18 months. in the middle of an energy crisis, and while you're picking fights with nuclear powers. Now, this isn't advanced math if you can't figure out that 2 + 2 = 4. This ain't the new math. We're doing regular old math. So you potentially may have a war with somebody, which you may need these strategic petroleum reserves because you are a genius of unfathomable knowledge and decided to shut down the oil and petroleum and gas industry in the country. While you're giving away strategic petroleum reserves in the middle of an energy crisis. Now, I mean, you can look at this and say this is merely coincidental. There's no way he's deliberately trying to make it so we don't have energy. What? So you shut off all the pumps and everything that we're doing, right? Now you're giving away the backups that we got, the emergency backups, like national emergency shit. The prior administration, just to give you an idea, had 11 million barrels of oil over the baseline. So there's some serious excess. Like, we had a ton of it. We weren't worried about nothing. Now we're in deep shit. In 18 months, at the current pace, we'll have nothing. So what happens if we have a major storm or something? Anything. Can't predict the weather. Or can you? But this is the problem here. So you're creating a shortage, then you're giving away the backup. If that doesn't say you ain't playing for this team, nothing's ever gonna to you. Nothing's ever gonna to your friends. They're never gonna understand this. They're gonna think that this is all just kosher. Why is he depleting all of our strategic petroleum reserves for national emergencies during an energy crisis? Giving, like, that whole thought train of process is like eluding me right now. As I bring up a few more things, it's going to be not so elusive to you, but right now it's Joe, why are you doing this? This is dumb. Don't do this. You're going to sink your own boat. Unless that's the goal. It certainly looks like it. This doesn't reek of prosperity. Yeah, we're going to do good. Enter another shocker. I know this is going to completely... Oh my God! Surprise! We're sending another $1.7 billion to Ukraine. Bringing the total to $56 billion. With screaming inflation, I feel like this is a terrible idea. It's not that I don't feel for the citizens of Ukraine, because you do. The country's having an issue with another invading country. But at the same time, we aren't the world police. They're not part of NATO. They're corrupt AF. And when you're dealing with giving billions of dollars to a corrupt country like that, you'd think you'd want to have some type of oversight or some type of an idea of where this money or these dollars are going, and the machines and all the tanks and whatever. You want to have, where is this stuff going? The administration through the State Department specifically said they have no clue where it goes. They don't know. No, it could be with Zelensky. Not sure. Could be stuck in Germany. Don't know. They don't know where. This could be like Ukraine oligarchs. Like, they don't have any in the middle of a war-torn country. There's people in there skimming. There's no way they're not. To think that everyone is just getting the money properly is just sending it over there in pallets because people are honest. You got to be smooth-brained. I didn't want to use it like a serious insult because I don't want to turn off the normies if they're still here. But at some point you have to question this. Why are they not accounting for where all this material and money is going? We're just hoping so? We're going to trust your word. No, No, that doesn't work. This is planet Earth. People are fucking crooked. Oy vey. Now, as I said, it's going to look a little less elusive to you of why he's doing what he's doing. So Biden's Department of Justice shut down the China Initiative to combat Chinese espionage in the United States government and its facilities because it's too racist. These articles can be found. This when he did this. This was in Political, Fox, MSN, 223.22, 224 roughly. You can easily search that up and look up that information there. But basically, what he did is he stopped. He completely eliminated an agency that was looking into Chinese espionage, who was like the biggest threat to us. If you're paying any attention, they have missile schematics and designs that completely mimic us. The Black Hawk that they made looks like ours. Their cruise ship with all their planes on it looks just like ours. Their battleship looks just like ours. They got a copycat of the F-16. Remember that Hillary Clinton stuff? Biden also, at the same time, so he's stopping, basically saying China can spy unvetted. They're just gonna, just fucking, no repercussions, just go and look, steal all our shit. He also is gonna eliminate tariffs, which have been helping us and giving us revenue on all imports from CCP, from China. CCP clearly has been hating it. They've been talking shit in the Global Times. They're not even hiding it. So Biden's gonna cancel. Who does that help? That does not help us with already screaming inflation. This is gonna make it worse. Way worse. Who is he what country is he the president of? Who is he representing? You mean liberals support this shit? You want to have screaming inflation? No food on shelves? I didn't get to that yet. $20 gas? No jobs? Lose your house? This is what you want? This is better? Fucking explain to me how this is better. Because I'm missing that. I'm just missing that. I don't know why y'all thought Trump was so bad. Because the country didn't suck like this. And then if you add that into why he stopped all the drilling, he's giving away strategic oil supply. He's paying top dollar to Venezuela and Saudi Arabia for their gas, which is dirtier gas because they have lower standards. So we're buying shittier product, we're paying top dollar when we could be making it and making money. No one else thinks that this is completely fucked up. This all looks deliberate. It's very deliberate. Because it is. It's all part of a plan, the Build Back Better plan. Which is essentially the American curveball because it's the Great Reset. Aha, you see? When I get into that in the next video, you're going to be like, oh, holy shit. There's no way I'm going to sit here and do an hour and 15-minute video. I can't do that to you guys. I was already like, damn, 40 minutes is rough. So I'm going to try to keep this like 30 minutes. But seriously, guys, the next video, I'm going to break down the World Economic Forum, their fucking exact plan for you. It's not good. Look at Sri Lanka. Go look that up before you watch my next video, which is going to come out probably, if not tonight, tomorrow. I'm going to be dropping some heat. So understand their plan for you is not good. You won't be living in your house. You definitely won't have any fucking guns. You'll have no food. You'll live in a 6x6 little unit by yourself with no children, because those are going to be taken. You'll have no children rights, no parental rights. And they want a lot of us to die. And I'll explain that all in the next video. But yeah, if this whole shit that he's done, if you haven't noticed the pattern of everything he's doing is deliberate sabotage to us, a couple of guys in the Congress have already mentioned the word treason. Because it is. You need to be like angry and fucking people. You gotta wake up something. You gotta stop electing these shitbags. If people don't come out totally against the World Economic Forum, they're traitors. If you're electing officials that aren't speaking out against them and aren't specifically in favor 100% of national sovereignty and not being a globalist shithole, you're electing the wrong officials. Period. End of story. But on that note, we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.